If you're already seeing me, give me a second. Okay. We back. So, this should come as no surprise to anyone who was seeing the way that the game was clearly breaking OBS, and as we're doing like the weird jittery thing. They have not in fact fixed the issue that I thought they fixed. So one of the crash issues is not fixed. Weirdly, it doesn't crash the game, it crashes OBS. But it's specifically the menus and the loading screens that do it, which means we are not reloading again. I don't know what our seed is here, but this is the seed we're taking because I'm not going to crash stream multiple times. That would be a crazy thing to do. So, we should be fine. Hopefully we get a royal marriage off the bat. If we don't, then we're just not going to have any kids, and we're going to have to go through a regency in 30 years, and it's 30 in probably 15 years, but it'll be fine. We do not have anybody that we can marry. Okay, well, that sucks. Let's see. Do we have anybody nearby who has any children? No, right? Like, literally nobody starts with any kids or anything like that? Nobody starts with... You don't start out married either. It's 2 stream video players now? What do you mean? What does that mean? What's it doing? Oh, also, I should move my camera. My camera's covering... I should have done this a long time ago. This is probably the portion of the screen that my camera should be in for this game. Look at me being all streamery and shit. Doing the things that I should have done day one. This is going to annoy me if I can't deselect this. How do I deselect you? I have to look at a Discord. Why is this not working? There we go. We got it. We got there. Okay. Next. So there's one on the above the chat. I have no idea. I guess you get double versions of me. I cannot keep track of what nonsense Twitch is up to. Maybe what's happening is that Twitch thinks that you're looking at a different channel. So it's like maintaining both. Okay, so day one, before we have anything tick, we create a colonial charter. We set it from the Riau Islands. It's not going to work, probably, but we'll see. We have to change our research. Let's do this. We do this. And then we do this. And then we do this, probably. Yes. And then we do this. Cost of purchasing food. We figure it out from there. We'll decide based off of what we've got. Next on our agenda is filling out our cabinet seats. So, we need to be doing control in the Riau Islands, I think, to keep that moving the correct direction, and we need to encourage migration in Subi. We need to hire a person to do both of these actions. Increasing control. We'll do migration, having the more competent person. And then we'll have you be... Let's figure out the guru we want first. Max literacy and progress toward innovative is very nice. Cultural tradition we don't need as much. What I was thinking is that it's probably because it thought that the previous stream was like a different thing, so it's keeping it the way that like YouTube keeps like a minimized version of the video in the background. That's my assumption, is that it's like to let you look at two streams at once or something. But I don't know. If you have a theory that goes against my theory, then nuh-uh. Okay, we are going to build a jeweler's guild, which we can technically afford. Let's go. Oh, that's a gotcha. Interesting. Okay. So, friendly actions. We need to offer an alliance to... We don't need to offer an alliance yet. We can wait on that. We cannot propose royal marriage yet. I guess I could try creating a noble or something, but we're not going to do something crazy like that. We will not offer our market access because we don't have anybody that we can do that to. We can create a subject, which we don't need to do. So we're sending someone to improve opinion in Santubong. We're sending someone to improve opinion here, question mark. Do we want to do this? No. I'll go with Manjong first. Sambas is already a vassal. Let's go with Lankasuka. And we save the other two so that we can send out alliance officers? Alliance offers to Manjung and Santubong. That's that. We have spent our money. We now increase this. I'm going to try maxing out my stability. I'm curious what happens if we max this out. If I could get... Oh, we have 30 stability to spend? Interesting. I'm wondering... Do we think... I think we do. We're going to go crazy on this run. We don't have the things that we want right now. I think we're going to remove primacy of the nobility immediately. Like we were doing the other time. We revoke this privilege for 115 stability. Is that really a thing we're going to do? We're going to take autocracy here. This costs 117 now for some reason? That's weird. Shouldn't it cost less? Not more? Okay, I think we're doing this. We're removing primacy of the nobility. I want to see what happens. We're going to negative 87 stability. We are forcing a civil war. We're gonna have a civil war right at the start. There's no way around that civil war happening if we do something this crazy. So we're doing the crazy thing. We're going to see what happens. I probably should have gotten my alliance offers before I tanked my stability to 0, but that's fine. Don't worry about it. For now, do I just max my taxes? I think I do. I max out everybody's taxes because it doesn't matter. They're all going to be... This gives me a negative 26% to my estate satisfaction equilibrium. They are definitely going to rebel. And we're going to see if the game basically just implodes right at game start. That's what we're checking for right now. We have to give the Sudra a couple of things. We're giving autonomous villages out. We have the tribes, which we need to give this to. This gives us tolerance of heathens. Very useful for us. And we need the Vaisya to get... tax efficiency. I am curious if this pays for itself. What is my current max tax for you? You're not the super. The current max tax is 31.79%. If I drop if I give them the thing, does the increased tax efficiency override the other reduction? We're going to find out. We're going to find out. So we give them that. We now have 2 more things that we can pass out. Also, the Vaisya have a satisfaction equilibrium that is shockingly high right now. This can't be true. This is including the 26% from negative stability? Holy shit. The merchants love us. Okay. What else do we do? This is actually pretty useful. But we don't want to give them more power. They're gonna be accumulating power automatically. Do we have anything else that we really need to do? I don't have any gold or silver at the moment that I need to worry about. We might eventually care about that, but for right now we don't. Burger road rights is something that might be useful eventually, but for now, we need to give you peasants allowed weapons. I love that for me. I do absolutely love to have an estate with a satisfaction equilibrium of 28% that I'm giving weapons to. That seems like a great strategy for me. And I don't think we want commoners in the administration. It would be nice to have commoners allowed in the cabinet. I don't think I want the decentralization, because my understanding is the decentralization is pretty much just bad right now, because you lose crown power. Other thing we need to do, we need to go to demographics, we need to go to culture, and we need to press this button twice. We only need to press it once, actually. You're an accepted culture now? Okay, you're an accepted culture now. Perfect. So the Oranglau are an accepted culture. We lost a little bit of stuff there, but that's fine. Do we need to give the Brahmins anything? I don't think we actually do, right? That tax exemption is crazy. Stability investment would be nice to have. Okay, I don't think I worry about it. Oh my god, my money! But where's all the tax gone? Okay, so let's go to our economy. We are going to start trading. And I think that basically all we need to do is export cloves, and maybe do something crazy like export cloves. That might be what we do. Okay, we now have an income of 4.32, allegedly. We have negative 87 stability right off the bat. So, Pop Join Rebels threshold is plus 8%. Our Great Power score is reduced by 4. Its state's equilibrium is tanked. Is your equilibrium at like 0 now? No, it's actually still at 20. So, this is interesting. The Kshatriya have been dramatically weakened right off the bat. This is going to reduce their overall share of crown power by what percent? Second. So we have 30, so this is 113. 113 plus 82. So it's plus 185%, is it? Minus 5, so plus 180%. So we've gone from plus 280% to plus 180%. That's like a third of their estate power being evaporated right at the start of the game. So my hope is that this will dramatically weaken them as an institution, and we'll just have to see if that ends up happening. So other thing that we need to do is we do need to give you an admiral. This is a very solid admiral to have for a lot of functions. We do not need a rival. Can we marry somebody? Nope. And we now have plus 1.11 stability income. So I think my goal is going to be... How much stability does it cost to remove the next thing? It's still 117, so it hasn't updated yet. So let's see if it... Does it update if I let a day go? No. Interestingly enough, it doesn't. So we're not going to do that. Obviously, we don't need to revoke... I don't think I can. I think it caps at 100. Okay, so can I... Yes, I can offer an alliance to Santabong. We do that immediately. So this doesn't cost us very much to do. We can offer an alliance to Manjung. We offer an alliance to Manjung. This costs us more than it costs them. And now we have exactly what we can get for now. We do not have anybody that we can marry, unfortunately. If we could just assassinate that random husband, we'd be fine. But unfortunately, no dice. Our income is okay, except it's no longer okay. That halved our income. Life is sad. Next on our agenda is, do we actually feel... I think we do feel. We are going to go a little crazy with this. We're going to actually increase our cost of court. We have some amount of income. We now are losing money. I'm going to do one more month of us losing money here on cost of court, and then we'll bring the cost of court back down if we can't pull this back the other direction. So you are not paying taxes because it's below 1%. I can't imagine why your satisfaction is below 1%. Okay, so they'll start paying taxes again in a month, I think. This is all fine. There we go. There we go. We're going to start making money again. And how are we doing? So, in a few years, as long as we don't end up with a massive insurgency that wipes our entire nation off the map, we should be able to take control of this province from them and hopefully win. The only concern is that I don't know what the levy situation is like right now. If all of our noble levies are not coming with us and we just have peasants, there's a slight chance that maybe we run into a huge problem. Okay, so we have died immediately. We're not marrying a lowborn. There's just no reason to bother. This is not a dynasty simulator like Crusader Kings is. We don't need to worry about keeping the character. It doesn't matter if we get a regent and then get beggar. That just doesn't matter. We can offer art market access preference to Manjong. That gets them pretty locked in. Love that for us. This Jewelers Guild will finish soon. The hope is that when this Jewelers Guild finishes, I don't know why this is a 0. Hopefully we can get that up. But yeah, our finances are probably still going to be weaker than they were in the early attempts. How are we doing? The income is still negative. Cost of court we could reduce. The nice thing about increasing cost of court is it will eventually stop. You'll stop spending money on it once you get to a certain point, and like automatically. So the nice thing about investing the money into it now is that we do get that crown power up. That being said, I don't think that it's worth it right now because I just don't have enough excess to justify it necessarily. Do I though? I do actually. I think that this is the better play. We hold off on doing anything else. Crown power is going to increase our tax base. It increases a lot of things, and it's really expensive to build shit. So we're just gonna hope that we can pull ourselves out of this hole that we're in. Now, do you necessarily want... Ooh, I like getting a royal guest. Plus 10 prestige is nice. We're unfortunately going to need to use fleets. We're going to have to use fishing boats. Do I keep increasing control? You know what I need to do? I need to check. Innovative increases my max literacy and cultural influence and things like that by default. I think we do this first. Increasing my control over these places is great and all. I am losing money fast. Okay, I think we've gotten high enough legitimacy that do we go for one more month? I'm very concerned that I'm going to end up needing to take on a loan to sustain this. So no, we're going to go back the other direction. Okay, we're going to hopefully increase by 0.33. Okay, we did make a little bit of money that month. We're fine there. How are we doing on our trades? Do we still have optimal trades going? That's crazy. That's actually really crazy. Okay. So the cloves market has collapsed in seconds? Wow. Holy shit. Oh yeah, our economy is going to be garbage this run. Do I even bother exporting? I don't think I bother exporting right now. I think that I might as well just import, right? The only concern with importing, I guess I should probably get my thing needs done, but holy shit. You know, I did not realize... Wait, what? Did you die already? We had such a great person there, right? No, wait, is it you? You're the good one. Never mind. The other one's just fine or whatever. Okay. It's fine. All right, we're at negative 69. Estate satisfaction equilibrium is still very, very low. But it exists. It's going to, in like, every year, this is going to go up by about 20%. That's not at all true. That there's multiple scaling factors that make that very untrue, but that's beside the point. Don't worry about it. I can't believe that that character died like the second that we hired them. Okay. So we are transitioning toward autocracy. Gotta love that for us. We can hopefully get a parliament going soon. Do I tank my economy for this? Do I have a character that's worth pointing? I need somebody who's young. And what do I need? I need Diplo? You know what I should do? And this is actually what I'm going to do. We're going to switch you to province control. We're going to actually switch you to the push toward innovation. The innovation push... Oh, this increases stability cost. Maybe we don't do that, actually. Wait a second. Wait a second. Maybe we don't do that quite yet. Cultural tradition, we don't care as much about. Trade capacity increase. Let's do this. We're going to move towards synthesize. This gives us additional trade capacity, which is very useful. But I don't want to push it that far in that direction. We also need to set you to encourage migration to Subi. I'm just going to pick whatever place is lowest. We're going to get it to 2,000. That's amazing for us. That is going to double the speed at which this goes for a while. Did we hire somebody? I don't think so. All right. Is this where our population is coming from, by the way? Yes. Okay. They did not fix that bug. I mean, I guess the way to look at it is to go to the colony, but there's no way that... Let's see. What is this? Oh no, it's worse. Let's see. Progress. Origin Temasek. Okay, they definitely still haven't fixed this. I was hopeful that it had just been fixed on the back end quietly, but it does not appear to be the case. Legitimacy is going up. We have a little bit of income. And we're adding synthesized. Oh. This doesn't matter. They're definitely going to rebel. So they will pay for their treachery. I mean, it matters in the immediate term because it's going to take us 5 months. It costs us 5 months worth of income from them. How are we doing? Okay, we can offer market preference to Santabon. So, unfortunately, we're just not building anything right now, which is not great for me. Uh, are you gonna build? Are you making? You're making money, so you're gonna build stuff over time. You know. This is not good. Jesus. Okay, so we have once again gotten an outbreak before we got enough prosperity to not have to deal with it. We are going to do... Where is it? This one. So we've got 0.18 per month going toward this. And I don't actually pay tribute right now. I'm not a tributary, so in theory, it shouldn't matter. I'm like far enough away that I think that this is almost this is like exclusively beneficial for us. Because we're basically like adopting the legislative practices of a, pseudo-modern empire well before anyone other than China had that technology. Okay. So, everything's going fine now. We have income. We have finished helping Johor recover. That's excellent for us. And I think we do go to get the Riao control going back up for a while, because our control is so low here. Never mind. I don't think that this matters. Instead, we are going to... We could invest into stabilizing the country. If we do this, that gives us a little bit of a boost, but it's not really that huge, if I'm being honest. It's like a plus 0.07. Which doesn't really help us that much. We'll want to do that when we get closer to neutral, but I don't think we need it right now. I could do a rebel crackdown if I wanted to not have the Kshatriya trigger. I could do that. I could do monthly legitimacy. That'll get me up to maximum sooner, and thus give me money sooner. You know what? Maybe we do focus on stability for now. We're at minus 55 stability. Okay, we have a council we can call. We can click on this. We can try to do promote urbanization here, but this doesn't help me very much at this exact moment. I think that we need to get... Ooh, that's concerning. Why are these so bad? These give me, like, no support. We can't afford to fail this. I don't think I've ever seen... Okay, we gain 5 prestige and 5 support. So, as long as nothing changes, we can click on this We lose some research. We lose about 2 months worth of research, which is obviously suboptimal. But I think, do I want to try to turn on market automation? I think I'm going to try it. Wait, is it already on? It's not. Okay, my hope is that it doesn't make me lose money for a month before it figures out that it needs to start trading. No! What? No! Not like this! Not like this! Oh, that is a problem. Alright, we don't have anybody encouraging migration. That's crazy. We need somebody encouraging migration. We're going to Natuna. Yeah, I was increasing stability, which... who needs stability to go up? Fuck. This is halfway done. We've gained and then lost support. These buttons... Okay. I see. So both of the estates that are involved here are slightly annoyed with us. I see. That's a problem. Because if we fail this, we lose stability for no reason. There's just, like, for no good reason. We're just gonna... Jesus Christ! Okay, well, we lose this then. We had 3 events fire, 2 of which were negative. We were not... Knowledge is power, my friend. Knowledge is power. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Who needs stability when you can have civil war? Jesus. Okay, we've basically not budged our thing there. This is all fine. Everything about this is going great for us. Okay, maximum we can move to is 18.7. And I think it's honestly worth it to just do this straight off the bat, to just max out that value. And then any events that we get that give us the opportunity to increase it, we just increase it. I think that's how we want to do that. How are you doing? Okay, we have 20,000 peasants here still. That's enough to get at least a couple of things done. Phew. Our finances should come back the correct direction soon. I can't raise my levies when I'm not at war. The Riau Islands don't have any levies to speak of, so I should be fine there. Encourage migration to... I guess I don't need to change this. This is fine. But yeah, we're not spending any money off the bat, and I don't know how big of a problem this is going to be for me. That I'm not able to spend any money because I'm just boosting my stability instead. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. It's possible that this is going to put us in a stronger position. It's very likely this is overall going to massively weaken our position because we're not investing into buildings and things like that. All of our money's just going out to these expenses that are not super helpful. Am I not improving relations with Bong? And then let's improve our relations with the Khmer Empire. I just, there's just something about it that tells me that maybe. Okay. We're gonna start making cash soon. This is finished, which means that this is going to massively boost in speed. And so that'll be done in some 20 some months. So it's basically like 2 years that'll finish. Once that finishes, I do think that we're going to send out the next charter over here, because this is also cheap. And I am going to prioritize that over building the buildings that I want, because the buildings are just very expensive. Once we set this charter, we immediately turn this into a fiefdom. Okay. We're now in a civil war. And we're going to raise our Johor levies and our Johor levies. So, basically, I'm pretty sure that their entire army is going to be sitting right here. And you'll note... Well, let's go ahead and do this. The question is, can these levies handle the noble levies? There's been so many changes that have happened with the levies that I have no idea if this is going to go well for me or badly. It looks like it's fine. So, once we take control of this province, we win the civil war. They have nowhere to retreat to. I guess I probably should have put a commander in charge of something over here. Okay. We have dealt with the rebels. We disband all of our levies. And our naval levies. There we go. So, that's done. We no longer have to worry about any rebellion coming out. It doesn't increase our stability to do that, but it does mean that we've reset the Kshatriya, and they are now loyal for now. Their equilibrium is at 28%, so they're not going to stay happy with us, but it's fine. So what I should have done just now was waited and called Parliament immediately after winning that war. So in future attempts, that's what we're going to do. We're basically going to be doing that. We have a little bit of money. We are building a Potter's Guild in Temasek. A marketplace would cost us... Oh, there's not enough glass in the market? Holy shit. How's our finances looking? They're exporting cloves again, but we're not making a lot of money off of it. The cloves market is not what it used to be. This is not the 1.0 cloves market. I wasn't kidding when I said that the economy is is kind of like was like broken in the previous patch because of the bugs with it, but even when they fix those bugs, this is probably about where we're going to end up in terms of our economy. I don't like the reason that the economy was where it was because of bugs, but it's probably going to end up closer to being that value once the bugs are fixed and the balance is where they want it to be. That's my assumption. So, we'll just have to see. So we're continuing to increase the migration. Satisfaction equilibrium for you is 20.11%. How is our estate power? We have 28%. The Kshatriya have 31%. Revoking a privilege from them costs 110. Which is so much. But yeah, if I empower the other estates, it does disempower the nobility by comparison. So that is potentially valuable to do. I don't see any reason to bribe them. Okay, we're doing administrative focus. Alright, we have a decent bit of gold now. Do we build another market? No, there's not enough glass, so... I think we continue to pump Jewelers Guilds. I think that that's the most effective thing. I could not possibly care less. It's funny because the conversion stuff is all like automatic now, so like it's just very funny to. Oh no! Wait, the Brahmins are rebelling now? Nah, they're fine. They're fine. Don't worry about it. Okay, we have 56 going to here. Is that level of population growth worth it? Maybe not. I think we maybe do this. Let's take a look at what our province control looks like with this in play. Current control is 24. Maximum control is 56. Holy shit. Did we get a massive control loss? I think we got a massive control loss when the rebels took over the province. So yeah, we need to get our control back up. Once we've got this finished, we can then start working on innovative. Okay, so Palawan is finished. And we don't have the ability to do what we want to do at this exact moment, but we'll get there. So we're going to basically wait until we have enough money to do this. And I think we zero out our trades. Trade income is not that large a percentage of our income, but it doesn't matter. It's, I believe, always Oh, shit. Okay. That's so funny. This is exactly what we needed. Okay, so with that, we are going to tank our economy. So we go to the Temasek market, and we say... Go to trading, rather. We say market automation? No, we don't need any of that. We don't need any automated trade in this here market, friends. No, thank you. In fact, we need no trading in this market at all. We hit the first, and then the price for this tanks to 13. So that costs us maybe 4, and creating the colonial charter now, we've saved maybe 5 times our investment by just crippling our trade economy. So that's the value that you can get out of having a trade-based economy, is that you can just tank your economy for 1 month. We should invest here. This costs basically nothing. So we click this clicky, and this person has an ungodly amount of admin skill. How old are you? 36. Oh, you beautiful bastard. You're going to be here forever. Nice. Okay, wait. Now that we've tanked our economy and we've clicked all the dang clickies, we automate our markets. Actually, do we automate the entire market? No, we do not. We pull back 1 trade value, and we trade this, and we trade this. We don't have any building needs, apparently, which is kind of crazy. And let's just click all the buttons at the top and hope that that is sufficient, and then the rest we set to automate. Okay. So that'll hopefully improve our situation. We will see what our income looks like. You didn't actually automate the goods. Okay, you've now automated it. Okay, we're now using all of our trade in the market. And perfect. So we're making money again. We are back to negative 50 stability, so hopefully we'll get approaching 0 at some point. Who is this? Khmer Empire? Yes. Okay. Anybody that we can do anything interesting with? Propose royal marriage. It lies. It lies. There's no one to marry. Maybe it doesn't lie. Maybe it's telling the truth. Maybe there is a character somewhere that we can marry. But probably not. So, estate satisfaction equilibrium is down to negative 14%. We could probably start bringing the Brahmins back up. We can start taxing them a little bit less. And we don't have anything else suggested for pot meat, so we don't need to worry about that right now. If we bring the Brahmin, because they're not paying us any money anyway. So we've increased their satisfaction equilibrium to 31%. We're just going to keep their satisfaction equilibrium a little bit higher than they are currently at. You're equal. Okay, we can actually just do this. I can't believe that. So we'll just increase the maximum tax. We'll increase their tax up to maximum as long as it keeps going up. Your equilibrium is at 34%. I might be able to get you... What is your current... I might be able to get them to... I can get them to 50. So the Kshatriya, I can actually keep loyal now. That's kind of cool. We will automate you, and we will automate you. So, we could... Can we get everybody up to an equilibrium of 50? We can! We're doing it. Okay, so we now have an equilibrium of 50% with everybody. And over time, our tax income will go up. But this is excellent. Our population is not going up as much as I would like it to, unfortunately. Once we finish this, I do think that we keep doing the change societal values action. I haven't played D&D in a while because getting people in the same room together can be tough. But I enjoy playing D&D. I do certainly enjoy doing it. And I'm not even the forever DM anymore. I actually managed to play in a game at some point. Yeah, look, I've been the DM in every game that I've ever played since I was 15, except one. Every single one except the one. But I don't get to call myself a forever DM anymore because I did, in fact, get one game out of one of my friends. Let's see. That is a very funny question. It's an interesting. When did I mute myself? Did I just mute myself? I must have tagged the thing accidentally. Let's see. I don't usually do like RP stuff in the Star Wars universe because I'm not. This setting has this weird element to it that when it comes to like the some of the eldritch horror elements of the Force, where the Force seems to compel people, the more Force sensitive they get, into these extremely like crazed behaviors. Like Jedi and Sith are both like kind of crazy, right? And they're crazy seemingly in direct connection with the thing. That being said, it would depend on the pitch, right? Like, I do enjoy collaborating with people on stuff. Honestly, maybe send me a DM with whatever your pitch is for what project you're working on and how you would want me to be involved in it. And I might have some interesting ideas that are helpful to you, or I might be interested in like collaborating with you on it in some way, depending on what it is that you're interested in. Because I love. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead and send me some details. I assumed that none of your players are here. I assume none of your players are... Wait, did I send the thing out? I didn't, did I? I did. We already sent this out. We're fine. Okay, we're making money again. We're starting to make money. That's so funny though. Oh yeah, you seem like you seem like a villain type. Let's see. Oh yeah, like what I mean by that is that like what is like the like mechanically what would you want me doing, right? Like is this it, like I'm behind the scenes doing something, right? But what is it that you're needing for me to be doing? I haven't really run any West March campaigns. Oh, okay. So I okay, I don't know a lot about West March stuff. I don't know a lot about it. I have friends who have done West March stuff, and but I personally have really just not done anything with it. Oh, Lankasuka, can I? Get this. I might be able to get this now. Do I offer you an alliance? I do. We're cooking. Wait on it. Wait a second. That's unfortunately going to get us over our limit by a little bit, which does reduce our Diplo rep. Minus 17? Ooh. Minus tributary plus set. That's such a huge difference. Okay. Okay, we have minus 14. Ain't no way we're getting to minus. Ain't no way we're getting that up, right? Are you fighting Pahang? Yeah, you are. That's very funny because that is very typecast for me. What is the time commitment for this project? I'm gonna be going out of I'm gonna be going out of the country for like a month in December. So my availability will be kind of sporadic. This is a project that I'm interested in. That sounds very fun, and it sounds like the kind of role that I would actually be fairly good at. Yeah, I'd have to do Fridays between EST. Okay. That unfortunately, I don't think that I can make that. Because that would be Saturday morning from like 1 to 3 a.m. for me. I live in Singapore. So, unfortunately, like from a timing perspective, I don't think that I can get away with that. That would be that would be a little bit rough. I like the idea of the project. That sounds like a lot of fun. Like I could hypothetically try to make it work, but I have a very delicate sleep schedule, and if I'm staying up to 3 o'clock every Friday, I'm gonna struggle to be awake for stream time, because I wake up at 6 in the morning, so that I can actually get stream started. Because if I don't wake up at 6, I'm gonna struggle to be ready for stream by 9. Because I wake up and then I go back to sleep or whatever, but I've lived in Singapore for like 17, 18 years. I've been here since 2009. So my wife is Singaporean, so I came here and have been here ever since. I really enjoy living in Singapore. Before I was here, I was in Florida, and pretty sizable upgrade. It's a pretty solid upgrade coming to Singapore from Florida in a lot of ways. In a lot of ways. Even just from a climate perspective, like, it's so nice going from subtropical to tropical is so nice. Because, like, tropical countries are hot or whatever, right? But, like, they're consistently hot and consistently humid in a way that I appreciate. Let's go ahead and get this done immediately. Oh, you know what? I should probably... We should pick this up along the way. Alright. Yeah, that project does sound fun. I hope you find someone who's available for it, because it just seems like a good time. Okay, I need to get my current strength to a net positive, which I should be able to do without too much difficulty, maybe. Let's build another galley. And then, do we build some elephants? Am I going to recruit elephant cavalry? No, they're way too expensive. I can't afford it on this run. Elephant cavalry, I can only do the boats. We're not going to be able to make the other stuff work. We are going to start building... That's so expensive. We don't have any money. What are we going to build? What are we going to build? Every second that passes, Langkasuka is going to get further and further away from us in terms of our ability to... offer vassalization. I can't actually create... Oh, no! God damn it. It's very funny. Stability has this interesting effect where, because of the fact that it's dropping our state satisfaction with the Brahmins have all these negative events that hurt your stability. Oh, that's so rough. Okay. That's fine. It's fine. It's gonna go fine. We're gonna pull this around. We're gonna pull this around. Where are you? Oh God. Why? God damn it! This is bugged out again. I don't have zero naval presence in Indochina. I just don't have zero. This is not correct. It's giving me this bug for some reason, and I don't know why. Is it because I got some naval presence in these zones? Is that why? Like, do I need to just... But this doesn't even decay. Okay, well, I guess we cancel the charter? Like, what else am I gonna do? Okay, so hypothetically, we should be able to bribe the... We can't bribe the Brahmins very effectively, but we can bribe the Kshatriya effectively. So, if we can do that, we should be able to get something passed. We should be able to pass like some of our legal things that we need done. We do lose some stability, but I think we do this. We call the parliament. We do this, which reduces the opinion of somebody. And then we can grant a privilege. Ha! And then we can ask for a law change. And we can go with something that we like to see. This would be nice. This gives us progress toward innovative, as well as cultural influence, which is good. And it stops our movement toward aristocracy that we've got from this. By blood is what we need. Religious teachings gives us clergy, satisfaction, equilibrium. Wait, it loses us. This gives us noble, satisfaction, equilibrium. Interesting. Distribution of power? I think we do this. We do this. We favor the ruler here. This is going to give us an additional 20% power, which we can make use of to... That'll make passing the next thing easier. And hopefully have other positive effects as we go. We need to build a fishing village. We need to have... Do we just build another... I think we just build another jeweler. I need the money. We're just going to build jewelers in Temasek. It's fine. It would be nice to be able to get our navy up. Minus 14. But yeah, we need to get strength from a negative to a positive to pull them in. I don't know whether that's... Oh, we need to swap here. What were you doing? Yes. Okay, do we want to... We're going to lose 7 stability, which is 7 months worth of stability. We do this. Do we do Synicized right now? Yeah, we're going to just keep doing this. We're going to get this up to the maximum value it can get to, which is 18, I believe. Yes, we're going up to 18. Once we get that up to 18... Oh, we should be in pretty good shape. This is not what I need. We have several places that we can... Are we moving toward conciliatory? We need that as well. Let's see, Lankasuka. Let's go with Baroas. But yeah, if we can get Lankasuka as a vassal, that will fix our long-term problems, because Lankasuka currently has Thinger. And we're not going to create a thing out of this, because I actually need that business. Yeah, I think we would get a -5 penalty for the number of thingers that we have. So let's improve the opinion of Ligor. That's fine. And Lankasuka. We need you to get a little higher. We're not the same religion. Okay, we're building another there. We lose support in the council, doesn't matter. At some point, the council system is going to be fundamentally changed, and that'll be a very good thing, I think. The current system's a little weird. Okay, we can build another ship. It's nice to get that boot. I guess you are the same religion? I guess it doesn't give you a modifier that's positive for that. It gives you a negative modifier if you're not. So, we are slowly but surely moving toward favoring ourselves. This is going to give us plus 20 power. Do we just cancel this? Like, this is pretty expensive for something that's going to give us absolutely nothing. Like, we're getting plus 2 per month. This maritime presence thing is a problem. Like, this is such a huge issue. This bug hit me in one of the other playthroughs as well, where it's just like, so the basic way that this works is that it looks at your control, your maritime presence in the place of origin. So this is the origin region, right? Is Indochina. And I think it only looks at places that you have some level of control of. Or at least it's supposed to. But the issue is that if you have fleets, you'll be getting some control in places that simply are not ever going to be meaningfully under your control at the start. And so it just cripples you the second that you start getting those ticks. Maybe? But I think that yes, I think that we will just remake this colonial charter if we ever get our stuff back. I think that's how we do this. So we don't build that second colonial charter. Until we have figured out a solution to that problem, I think in the future we build this initial thing here, and then we don't build another colony after that point. I think that that's the only colony that we do until we have gotten until we've gotten our ships built and have some control over this region. It is still saying -8 for strength. I don't know how it calculates strength, unfortunately. I don't know if that's like mostly based off of your economic base, or if that's mostly based off of your military, or what. Our crown power is going up this time. Usually it's going down over the course of the game, even as I'm doing these things to increase it. Like, it's not keeping up with the degree to which the Kasatri are increasing in power and stuff. I will be right back. Alright, we back. We back. Alright. What are we doing? We're starving, apparently. I don't think we're really starving. That's just... So, we have lowered crown power, lowered Diplo rep. We need to get this going back the other direction. Best way to do that is, honestly, to get more power. But yeah, unfortunately, this guy is 100% going to die without an heir. So we're going to be in a regency soon. We'll probably be done with that at some point. But yeah, I don't know. I'm actually curious. Can I see how that's calculated? That's not optimal. Current strength. Yeah, their current strength is going to probably keep going up because their control... Their maximum control is 0% now. If they manage to even slightly integrate this shit, we're in deep trouble. Once this stuff gets integrated and they start accumulating control here, they're going to be much more unlikely to be willing to take a vassalage offer. This has gone back to -8. Let's see, what else do we need to do to improve our situation here? We've like completely changed up our strat here. You should be doing increased control for right now, I think. Okay, we finished that. Does that increase in base tax impact this? Not in a way that's obvious. I don't know that we're gonna have an easy time with this. Profess trust reduces our Diplo rep, and trust doesn't seem to do a ton. So I don't really know what the point of doing that would be. We can allegedly get a royal marriage, but we can't actually. We're missing die. I'm not going to worry about it for right now. Unfortunately, building these galleys is probably not going to get the job done for me. What is this that I'm building? This is revoke privilege cost. That's going to be very nice for me, actually. Because we have... It's pretty expensive to revoke the privileges that we've got to revoke. Let's see. Okay. That doesn't look like a name that is going to be terribly close to me. I would like to urbanize this location now, if possible, during the next parliament. Oh, we have an heir. Okay. That's fine, actually. We have an age. Wait, sorry, we have an heir. Who are you? Are you a person I can marry? It lives in country. You'd think that when that event fired, it would, like, put them in a country. It, like, creates a character and then doesn't put them anywhere. Okay, this navy doesn't need a leader. It needs to join the other navy. Okay. I think we spend this. And we build a fishing village, which will increase some nice things. We need to have our sailor modifier going up, not down. So the hope here is that, and we're just going to build that one. We're not going to build more than just the one. Though, how much does it cost to build ship here? Market Village is pretty cheap. I think we maybe start building down here. Because I think that the population demands can be kept up with here. So I think maybe we just start building in Daik over and over again. We're going to start to... Urbanize isn't the quite the right word, but we are basically going to be urbanizing Daik without actually urbanizing it. We want basically huge amount of people that are all doing their thing. Fortunately, this is -9 again. And Monjung is just a no-go because the range is going to be so high. We need to improve somebody's opinion of us. Let's improve Majapahit's opinion of us for right now. And then... who else? Let's go with you. Okay, how much do we need to get you vassalized? -60? Oh my god. Or yeah, okay, we need to get our economy moving the right way. We don't have enough people here. Let's... We are definitely seeing... It is... I think that it has basically crippled our diplomacy, making the decision to invest all of our money early on into stability. Trying to get our stability up has been a catastrophically expensive task. I wonder if now... if I were to drop this down... This doesn't cost that much now. The overall cost of stability now is really not that big. Which is kind of weird. You'd expect it would always be... like, similarly large as an expense. But I also need to get a settlement here. Okay. So... it's now been... I guess it's only been 9 years, so we're not that far off from the start position. And... maybe we can get this snowball rolling. If I ask them to become my tributary, will that make it easier or harder to make them a vassal later? Because I feel like it should make it harder, but I'm not sure that it does. How much does it cost in stability to do what I'm looking to do here? If I wanted to peel another thing away from the Kshatriya, it's 98 now. It's quite a lot. Okay, so in about 2 years, this will finish. Once this is finished, we start moving toward innovative, I think. That'll increase our literacy rate and a bunch of other things. Let's see. Embrace institution cost reduction. Cultural influence will go up. So, innovative is actually a big deal. Yeah, stability is moving the right direction. Things are getting more and more stable over time. Aristocracy is moving up at 0.45. It would be amazing if I could start pulling this the other direction, but I really just can't. There's no way for me to pull that the other direction right now. Okay, perfect. So that gives us the ability to build another building. We're going to build a building here. We're not going to build in Tanjung Pinang because we're planning on doing a thing once we can. Do we want carpentry? Yes, we're going to build a Carpenter's Guild. This is at minus 10 for strength now, so at the moment the strength values are not going the way that I want them to go. But hopefully we can get this going the other direction. It is still fairly early. So they do still have 0 control here. It is concerning to think that they're going to eventually have quite a lot of control here. But if we can vassalize them, that actually gives us an interesting border. Situation. The hope then is that we could just easily vassalize... oh, we don't need to. We can vassalize Manjung instead. So much. Yeah, I could build some stuff here. If I wanted to, as an example, like, what's the population here? It's not super high. Alright, you're now building something. I'm not going to worry about it. We're going to let the estates handle that. We're going to focus on Daik and Temasek. In Daik, we're going to be building... we're going to be building fishing villages, which will give us control over this at a very efficient rate, and it will also give us the ability to build more ships. And the more control we get here, the more the fishing villages and things like that are worth. So in theory, as we just spam fishing market back and forth, our trade power and our trade income should increase by a considerable margin, and our sailors are going to start going the other direction. Once we get up to 30 sailors again, we immediately pick up a new ship. We're just picking up ships every 30 sailors, and hopefully it all works out great for us. we're building a market village in Daik, and we're building a carpenter. We are going to... I think we build a settlement, actually. We're building a settlement because settlement increases migration and population growth. And we need this population to hit, I think, about 15,000. We need a lot of population here. Daik is going to need to get big to be able to handle everything that we want to do. And the estates are also going to build stuff here. So we'll see how it goes. This is almost done. I don't know if this was worth it, but I would say probably yes. We don't have that much stuff that needs doing. At the moment, we're not able to do settlements and things. Do I just pump myself up to 5 speed, actually? I don't know, maybe I do, maybe I don't. Let's see. Okay, the fishing village in Daik needs to be subsidized. No questions asked. That is an automatic subsidy. That gets us to neutral sailors. We're no longer losing sailors. And our stability is almost back up to neutral. So if we can get our stability back to maybe 20, I think we maybe tank it again onto crippling the Kshatriya some more. Galley maintenance cost is a good thing to keep. Cultural influence we want to keep. Royal marriage rights. But actually, though, maybe not. Maybe we keep everything that they have right now. I think actually all this stuff is fine. We don't need to take away any more stuff from the Kshatriya. I think that the Brahmins are fine, right? The Brahmins have centralization, which I like, conciliatory, which I like, efficiency of our cabinet I like, spiritualists don't care, possible clerics is fine, I guess. This increases their estate power by virtue of giving them more populace. Monthly progress toward communalism. But like their estate power is not particularly high. Max literacy for the clergy. I like that. So do I actually need to revoke any privileges? Free mobility I like. Means of production, I don't care that much. Progress toward decentralization is not great for me right now. But that's just because the thing is... Like, that's just because decentralization versus centralization is fundamentally kind of, like, out of whack right now. It turns out I do, in fact, need to buy more sailors. We need to buy more fishing stuff. Okay, we need to wait until next month to build anything? Question mark. I think we build a Distillers Guild next month. Okay, are you done? You're basically done. We don't need to keep doing this. So we can now start pushing toward innovative. And also, I don't need to invest this much into stability, I don't think. Right? If we look at our estates, I actually am fairly fine with all of the things that they have right now. I don't think I need to take away any other rights. Which means I can drop the stability boost. It doesn't cost me that much, though. Maybe I just keep it. Like, honestly, it's just not that expensive now. For some reason, the cost of this is not really scaling up as fast as I would have expected. So, like, -2 from that just ain't that crazy. It just isn't that crazy, so maybe I just don't worry about it. Maybe we just leave stability pumping up. This will give me something. I guess it increases estate satisfaction equilibrium eventually, which in theory might be able to increase the taxes eventually. We'll see. I'll need to be spending that eventually. We are currently at 1 for traditionalist. I do need to get other things that give me innovative. This gives a 0.1 that would be nice. Do we have anything that we would want to give you? I don't think so, right? Oh, we could do Patronage of the Arts, which does give us this, but I think that that empowers the nobles too much. I don't think that we want that. It's like, it's not worth it for that. Oh, I'm a babbling buffoon. Well, that's suboptimal. But hey, we've got 31% crown power for now. That's pretty good. And what else do we need? We need to look at you. And get... Do I want another fishing village first or another market village first? Oh, that's concerning. So if they lose this war... Which it looks like they might be losing? Are they attacking or defending? Okay, we select an education. We are giving you... I think we have to give you a balanced education. Like, a specialized education gives us lower overall abilities. So... And you're what, rowdy? Rowdy's not great for me. Because I don't... The military increase is fine or whatever, but I would prefer to have either admin or diplo. Stability is neutral. Oh, did this war end? Oh, you broke your alliance with me. Did you just become a vassal? You became a tributary. Well, shit. Well, we lost our opportunity to get them as a vassal without having to fight Ligor. We definitely take this person because we want more characters around. Like, more competent people being around is nothing but good for us. Wait, do I have nobody? I do. Okay. I guess I should have made them my tributary, huh? If I had made them my tributary, then I could have at least prevented anybody else from annexing them. Oh. Okay, we need to build another market village. You know what? I'll accept this. It's fine. This does put us over our limit. But yeah, I think that we're kind of a little bit boned here. Because I don't know who else, like with them being taken by Ligor, without an offensive war, I don't know who we would get access through. Because vassalizing you is pretty rough. Current strength is plus 23 now, though. So, I mean, maybe we could get them. We can get a few more points of Diplo rep from putting someone in charge of that over here. We can also push ourselves toward conciliatory as a value, because it gives us increased Diplo rep by default. So, what is our current value? We can't push more than 20. We currently have 10. So, we'll see how this goes. Temasek, do we have the thing that we want? We do not have the thing that we want. So since we don't have the thing we want, I think we sponsor the Noble Arts and then allow it to fail in order to get a different thing passed entirely. So. Wait, seriously? This is amazing for me. I can lose 12 stability to get this, which is what I wanted in the first place? That's crazy good for me. And we can click this button, increase the opinion of somebody, and we can get another law change, and now we can get 2 different laws to where we want them to be. Beautiful stuff. We are going to get Court of Culture done. This gives us cultural influence. And we now are going to have increased innovative. We're going to have increased literacy. And increased cultural influence. The cultural influence will be valuable when we're trying to vassalize Santabong. So that's good as well. Now, how are we going to make that happen? We have a minus 19. Well, don't worry about it. We'll figure something out. We need to build something here in Temasek. Do we build a scriptorium? I think we do. Let's build the scriptorium. It's never going to get built by the estates, probably, because it's just not that valuable for them. Don't care about converting people. That's not really what we're here for. That's just not our business. Okay, so we're missing wool and dye. Do we want to bring some wool into the market? Maybe. The one advantage of the price of cloves collapsing is it does mean that I'm not crippling my economy quite as much by doing other things. And importing is how we get institutions. You don't get institutions from exporting, which is kind of weird. I don't really see how it matters. Like, I feel like it shouldn't matter. Any interaction either direction should be roughly the same. Because it's not like you're importing a bunch of people. You're importing the goods, and the traders are the ones who are doing it. Like, the traders are still going over to those markets and interacting with the people in those markets. So I feel like it shouldn't make a difference, but it's fine. So our cultural influence is starting to go up. We can get to 36 innovative, and we can actually get higher than that because our average literacy is hopefully going to rise as we are doing this. You say you can have a better education, but a balanced education is kind of your best education, I feel. We cannot build another one of these. Trade advantage or burger trade. Oh, let's do this. So we're going to lose this. We get minus 7 stability, and then we're just sitting at a negative value, and it's fine. Plus loyalty of subjects, which is nice. Okay, it's now been 13 years. How are we doing on institution spread? I feel like when it started spreading meaningfully to Champa, that's actually when I'm wanting to, like, jump on it. Like, getting meritocracy from Champa is pretty easy. We've actually already got 2% in Temasek, just casually. We might not need to directly engage to get that moving. We pumped the fishing village. We're just going to go back and forth with these two buildings. And we're now doing what we generally would have started doing a lot earlier. The big difference, which I do think is a fairly big difference, is that we currently have a massive reduction to the power of the Kshatriya, and by extension a massive increase to the power of the crown. Like, this is going to matter a lot when we die, because we're going to die. die and get replaced by somebody who does not have anywhere near as much admin skill as we have. We don't have the ability to get like a good enough education for these characters to push them to where we need them to be. Getting the scriptorium built. How are we doing on literacy right now? It would be here. Okay, our literacy rate is atrocious. So the hope here is that when we finish up this, that increases it by a considerable margin. Increasing innovative will increase our max literacy by a considerable margin. And then we're going to need a guru once our current guru dies, who's been around for quite a while. It's actually going quite well for us. Like this has been rough. But basically, once we get okay, we already have it moving toward free subjects, which is great. And that's actually great that we have the ability to do that. Okay. So we're encouraging innovation. The hope is that we can move that to roughly the cap for it pretty quickly. If we can get that done, let's see. That's rough. You cannot use my subjects as scapegoats. Seems like the only choice that I can possibly use. We need to get this. We need to get this humanism shit going. Because I really need this going toward. What is it currently? Religious teaching gives you some. Religious advisory council. This seems like the kind of thing that would be fairly easy to move. I could actually push this literally in the opposite direction. If I manage to make it happen. We'll see. So Court of Culture is going to give us more innovation. This is going to give us way more spiritualist, unfortunately. But my hope here is that we can move toward humanist sometime in the near future. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to move this back the other direction. This is going toward decentralization, and we're not stopping that. Let's see. Naval is good. This gives us proximity cost through maritime reduction, and we should probably do this at some point to give us that. Communalism is doing what it's doing. I think communalism is the thing that we want. We need to get this aristocracy moving the other direction. And it's plus 0.34, which is definitely not the direction we're looking to go to. Yeah, conciliatory can push to 20 right now. That'll give us... I don't love that. We'll do it. We get 10 pop satisfaction. Hopefully it goes fine. Look, don't worry about it. Let's see here. Can we get a royal... Oh shit, we can get a royal marriage going. Do we... I'm not marrying my 51-year-old fucker to a 16-year-old. I'm not. Look, I'm not doing it. I refuse. I refuse. Hopefully our kid... How old is our kid? He's 5. So she'll be 20 when we can do the marriage, assuming that she doesn't, you know... have a problem like getting married. We can always just assassinate the husband, right? Oh, we can never say no to that many coins. Let's go. Okay, we are going to build a Carpenter's Guild marketplace. Let's build a marketplace. Do we build a marketplace? Yes, we're going to build a marketplace. Okay, you are about to finish. And you know what? I'm actually going to keep building fishing villages. The money to pay for them can come from Temasek. Okay. Who's next? So Santabong. How are you looking at? -20. So that's going the wrong direction. Don't love that for me. Let's start improving Champa's opinion of us. Ooh, love to see Temasek just depopulating because of the plague. Is that what this is? The current attrition for this location is 1.3% due to the bubonic plague in location. That's pretty rough. Jeez, we've lost 4,000 people to the bubonic plague? Wow. The pandemic of 1346. It's killed 63 million people. God damn. Just killed another 1,000 people in my... That's pretty rough. That right there. That's pretty rough. I should have gotten you as a tributary when I had the chance. Should have done it. So now that we have this plague going on, What do we think is our likelihood of ever getting this to happen? That is amazing how rapidly the strength value is plummeting as our country just fully depopulates due to the bubonic plague. That's pretty rough. That's pretty dang rough. So, what are we learning from this run that we've got going? What is the fundamentals that we have picked up? The first thing is that this is the first time we've actually had a plague that was this bad. We've had the plague hit us before. It's never been like... It's been like a few people, right? This is like 8,000 deaths in our tiny-ass nation. That's like... We're like approaching 20% of our population dying to this thing. That's not true. We're over 10%. So we are, you know what, we are approaching it. We're just not approaching it very slowly. So the presence here is 1%. Disease resistance to the bubonic plague is now 97%. So it looks like this is burning itself out. So it's now not present in our country anymore. Okay, increasing innovative. Okay, let's look at our literacy rate. Yeah, am I gonna defend the honor of someone from some shogun? There's a cabinet member. Oh no, that was the important one. Alright, you have... the stat we need. Keep things moving toward innovative. Get that moving as fast as possible. Right, we were going to look at literacy. So, the maximum literacy here is... 16%. So what we need right now, more than we need a guru who's giving us max literacy, we need somebody to give us literacy per day, basically. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to build anything because our economy just collapsed. Ooh, naval morale plus 0.25. Wait a second. Did that move us the other way at all? Because I don't know how it calculates it. And getting a huge boost to the naval morale for a naval nation is pretty nice. Okay, how are we doing? Temasek is growing, not shrinking, which is nice. But yeah, unfortunately, because of the fact that we've got the colonial charter issue, there's probably no reason to bother sending out a colonial charter yet. I like agricultural boom. Our stability is still negative, but it's going back up. You know, I was thinking that dropping our stability to negative 80 at the very beginning of the game was a terrible idea, and it's growing on me more and more. Like hypothetically speaking, what if I didn't spend all of my money boosting my stability in the beginning? I mean, we keep going for free subjects. Don't worry about it. Though, so apparently we do have the bubonic plague back, and it is going to start depopulating those two places. Ah, that's over here. Ooh, that's concerning. You know, the population here is higher than I expected it to be. Okay. Hey, you know, this is still an available marriage, so maybe we can get it done when our kid grows up. My guess is probably not, but you know, I assume that they're going to find a husband by then. But I think that'll be perfectly fine and reasonable. Debt. How is your... Let's go to the diplomacy thing, go to relations, and then... I guess I just click on the flag for Lankasuka because that's easier. Islanduk. %25 loyalty. I don't know. You know, I will say that it's kind of funny that this run, Temasek has been depopulated more in 1352 than it usually is when I'm sending people out every month. And it's just been completely depopulated by the plague instead. So it's like, oh great, I still don't have any people in my capital. It's pretty rough. Alright, once Daik has... Do I just keep sending them here? No, I'm going to start sending them to Tanjung Penang. We need Penang to have more people in it. That area is close to our heart. Quite literally. So we're going to start sending people here. And I should build a settlement here. Which I should have built a while ago. I should have settlements everywhere, if I'm being honest. It's just, it's so expensive. I just don't have any money. Seriously? Migrated out and born. Okay, so presumably it didn't update or something? There we go. 313. That's what we like to see. Why am I losing sailors again? Oh god, we're still losing naval presence here. It's so rough. If I could get you vassalized, that'd be great. I need to look up at some point. I can just do that now. I like to, let's see, EU5 current strength calculation. This is from 11 years ago, so this doesn't seem like it's EU5. I don't know, and we'll just have to find out. Hopefully we can figure this out over time. But it does look like building more ships isn't meaningfully improving this. To be fair, I'm not building a lot of ships right now. What I'd like to do... is have enough cash on hand to get some shit done, but I don't... Always a good idea to get rid of the troublemakers. That's always the strat. God, we only have 5 market. That's so funny. Wait, are you kidding me? This is so funny. When I controlled this province, I didn't have market access. I didn't have more market access than I had through Barun. This is very funny to me. I love that. I love that a lot. Maybe they're embargoing Brunei or something. I might have also had some sort of deal with Brunei that made it so that Brunei was more of a viable pathway. It's also possible that it's just because Brunei had taken over all this and started building roads. That might be it as well. Okay, innovative is being progressed toward. Average literacy has not increased sufficiently to give me a modifier there. Let's take a look at our literacy. I don't think we're basically getting almost any literacy per month yet, because we just don't have a... yeah, we just have the written alphabet giving us 0.01, so it'd take like 100 months to get 1%. We need to have a guru getting on that. Which I guess is a good thing to know for the start, is that getting someone who's going to give me literacy per month is kind of the only thing that matters compared to max literacy until I start building libraries and shit like that. Once I can build libraries and things like that, I have other modifiers that give me like education per month, then that matters. But like the max literacy boost doesn't really help me without any other modifiers in play. Not yet. Ooh, we can offer market access to Barolas and Landak. Okay, we're done improving relations with Ligor. You're perfectly balanced with Ligor. So yeah, if we had gotten Lankasuka, I don't think that... I think that their disloyalty is actually increasing. Which is pretty interesting. So they might actually break free eventually. The fact that they're getting this control up means that there's a non-zero chance that they're able to break out. I don't think it's super likely, but they could. Alright, you're already... Santabong's at minus... That sucks. We should stop investing so much into stability. Because we're poor now. I guess it doesn't matter that much. It's still just not that big of an expense compared to the other expenses that we have. What does stability give us? It gives us estate satisfaction equilibrium. This might actually be worth doing for now. I don't know why that just happened. Because it looks like we broke off that alliance, but why did we break off that alliance? Because their opinion of us dropped by 50 from us breaking an alliance. Why did we break it? Did our opinion of them somehow go negative? Can I see our opinion of them? What does this give us? Don't care. Don't care. If we lose a little bit of naval tradition, that's fine. Our navy can be hubristic. All they want. All they want. It looks like that royal marriage is no longer on the table. Okay, how are we doing? There are no burgers employed here. pretty wild how big a difference a little bit of plague makes, you know? Just a little bit of plague makes all the difference. Who'd have thought? Who'd have thunk it? Okay, what's next on our agenda? I guess just kind of waiting things out. We don't really have a ton that we can do at the moment. We're mostly just... Meritocracy is growing. And it's starting to speed up in Champa. I think by 13... Preferably by 1360, we're seriously looking into getting Meritocracy built. I'm going to increase the speed, because we don't really have a lot going on right now. At a certain point, we get Malacca for free. Or, well, we don't get it for free, but we get a union with Malacca for free. I don't know when that happens. So we have no Diplo capacity to play with right now. Crown power's down to 29%. Alright, we have another council available. And this council, we do not have the thing that we want. We could do naval infrastructure. This is going to be hard to do, potentially. But yeah, I'm looking forward to when people figure out... What laws do I need changed? When people figure out how the choices are made there, because if I can figure out how to get Parliament to specifically give us this more consistently, that would be huge. I wonder if I change the kind of Parliament that we have, will that reset what Parliament wants to, like, the actual things that I would get in terms of agendas? Because that would be kind of interesting if it did. The Vicia are... The Vicia love me. What am I looking for? If I do an estate parliament, I lose legitimacy, which loses me crown power temporarily. This would give me access to things from the Vicia. I'm going to do this. We're going to change this to a state parliament. Our base support is now 14% or whatever. If I try to call parliament, does it look identical? You know what it was that I wanted to check? This is what we're going to check. We want to check if we have any laws that need to be changed. We want to change this to no censorship. This gives us humanist and innovative. and gives us tolerance and cultural influence, we're doing it. 100%. Okay, that's our goal. Our goal is to change that law. So, we're going to promote Castle Works. Tax exemption would give us 20%? No. Let's see. We get a bit of an antagonism, and we move a little bit toward belligerent. Reduced levy obligations? Do I have to care about this? I don't think I have to care about this. Like, they're not giving a shit anyway. So, we now ask for a law change. Go to here, no censorship. So, now we have no censorship coming into play. This is going to give us another +1 to our tolerance of heathens. It's also going to give us another +0.1 monthly progress toward innovative, which also increases the max we can raise our innovative to by 10. It'll also slow down the movement towards spiritualist, which we don't like, and it'll increase individualism, which is a thing that we're not currently playing with, so who cares? We can lose support in Parliament. We don't have to care about that. I should have probably urbanized Tanjung Pinang when I had the option. But yeah, we're now going to be pumping our legitimacy back up again. And when our legitimacy gets up to max again, that will give us some more money to play with. We're losing money from where we were before because of the thing. But that's okay. Okay, Parliament's support is dropping and dropping and dropping, and we don't have to worry about it too much. Alright, I think that we have all of the bars moving in the correct direction. Minus 88. Did you change your primary culture and... Did you change primary culture and religion? So we're definitely not getting them. Tanjung Pura. Okay. I guess that's fine. Okay, we can't do anything with you, can't do anything with you. Border distance is giving minus 30 for you. Well, shit. Well, I guess we're not expanding this run. I don't hate what we've done with progressing our things. We have set up reasonably effectively for certain things, right? So our values, right, are moving in the directions that we want them to for the most part. We actually have things moving toward quantity instead of quality, which is interesting. Not really a thing that we want, but that's fine for now. We're moving toward naval. We want that. We want. We don't care about traditional versus capital economy at the moment. We want communalism, and we don't want aristocracy. But you know, we will set you as the admiral. That's fine. It's definitely not gonna come back to kill me or anything like that. And I will be right back. Actually, I'll be right back. And I return. So, we have some shenanigans going on that I don't know we're going to be able to recover from. Optimally, what we would like to see is I do kind of like the start. What I'm curious about is, since I don't need to having low stability doesn't seem to matter that much, actually. So I'm wondering, we're basically going to wait on this until we get somebody who gives us literacy per month. We have an interregnum. Ooh, okay. That's fine. I guess I put you in charge. And I think that there's value in this. The thing is that I think that I do need to be encouraging migration continuously. I don't know that I can ever stop doing that. Do you give me what I need? No. So I don't have anybody who gives me what I need. I invite you because you're cheap. And because I'll figure something out. It gives me innovation, so that innovation push. What does this do? Okay. I think that we're going to unfortunately run into an issue with every run that we do that is basically going to be these two colonial issues combined together is going to basically screw over the colonial ambitions that I have. I don't want to give up on the sort of like pacifism angle. For doing this run. I think that that's an interesting component of the run. So, like, as an example, I don't want to be declaring war on Pahang in the beginning and conquering this territory. I just don't want to do it. I'm not interested in playing that way. So, the key things that we're looking for are getting ourselves financially stable earlier so that we can start moving the power proposition in our favor. Making sure that we are migrating people and building settlements everywhere. I think that the difference between having a settlement and not having a settlement is enormous. I think those are like it's a big difference. So, did I not click on this? It's just that it's quite a lot. It's pretty expensive, and I'm not building that many buildings. Like, I just don't have that much money to play with. So it's been we've gotten through the first 20 years. And how do we feel about this first 20 years? Your subject loyalty is going down. If I could get, like, Indragiri, that would be nice. But I think Indragiri, like, starts... Are you, like, a vassal of... Yeah, it's a vassal of Majapahit. So, the political situation at the very start here is pretty rough. I think that I think we have a decent idea of the opening now. We're going to be able to get quite a lot of innovative out of doing this. We have 26%. Damn. It's a huge drop. Yeah, this gives a huge amount of bonuses. Getting my crown power up. Is going to be critical. We need to hire someone here. Jeez. People just be dying. Ooh, wait. This is monthly literacy. Wait a second. When did you show up? When you showed up after I had already hired a guru. You damn bastard. Can I fire you? I lose 10 stability to fire you? We are doing it. Monthly literacy plus 11. This increases the rate at which we get things going by like a full order of magnitude. It's a crazy boost. And I guess we do you. Okay. Monthly research progress plus 5%. Okay, so this should skyrocket my literacy rate. Ooh, we can actually build another ship. I can't build another ship, I don't have any money. Let's take a look at our costs here. We can do this, which gives us a little bit of stuff. Cost of court is very high right now because we don't have 100 legitimacy. We spent that legitimacy getting the thing done. My hope is that I can get my max literacy up high enough to... or so that I can get my current literacy up high enough to keep pushing innovative further than we currently can. We've got a 46% increased cultural influence right now, which is kind of crazy. Yeah, I don't know. There's really not a lot we're going to be able to do diplomatically. So it's just going to come down to whether some interesting things happen or not. But we do have... a proof of concept with regards to getting our ideas moving the correct direction. I do think that getting the ideas moving the correct direction might actually be more valuable. I keep forgetting that I can develop this RGO. I need to start building up this RGO early in the game. Okay, so you're done. Do we have another thing that we want to change right now? This increases monthly prosperity. This increases our Diplo rep. And the efficiency of our cabinet. I don't think I need that. It would be nice to move toward humanist, but we're currently pushing toward spiritualist passively. We can't push toward plutocracy. What is my current prosperity? Not very high. I think maybe we do that. Pumping our prosperity will improve everything else. So getting ourselves toward free subjects, which I don't think it'll take that long to push this to the maximum. Oh, never mind. We already have it 30. But we can get it to 48 right now. Give us a little bit of extra boost there. Yes, this was capped out before, and now we're pushing it beyond the cap point. So once this is capped, that'll improve our prosperity growth globally. And what would we want? What do we want? The thing that's interesting is that it's not these people are currently disloyal. If I get an opening, we could actually do some interesting stuff with this. But yeah, I think that broadly speaking, this is going to be the opening we want. If things were a little bit different, the one thing that we could do is we can basically lean in once some of these bugs are fixed. We can lean into the colonization angle. And if we get some vassals in this region, that's great. But if we don't get any vassals in the region, that's fine. We don't actually need to diplo-vassalize anybody. What we could do is basically just start making fiefdoms. So, like, we get a fiefdom here, we get a fiefdom here eventually, we get a fiefdom down here, and we just expand our empire that way. The issue with that is that if we do that, then we're not increasing our own base tax very much. And so the concern... Are you losing a war to somebody right now? Because that's kind of funny. So I'm currently playing as the Regent. How are you doing? Your stats are okay. They're not terrible. They're pretty bad. Let's see. Ooh, I'm tempted to do the research, actually. That would get us this immediately. I think I'm just going to take the things at once. Let's build up. I have no people. That is a concern. Okay, we're going to build a fishing village. And you know what else we're going to build? We have +1 sailor per month. Change policy cost. We're going to build another galley. And I don't know how much maintenance these take in terms of sailor maintenance, but it's not 1-to-1, I don't think. So once we finish this, $9,000 dead. Damn. It's almost 15% of my population dying. Let's see. So their loyalty's going up. I don't love that. Singapura. How's your relationship with me? Am I already... I haven't buffed my opinion with them at all. Oops. Okay. Okay, there we go. Get that done. We need to build something in our capital, probably. Oh, never mind. Let's find out what parliament we have. Promote urbanization is available. And this will give us Tanjung Pinang. This is what we want, and we need to make it happen. I love this. We're currently encouraging free subjects. We're going to wait until closer to the end. It would be nice if we could get it to push so far toward free subjects that things just do what we need them to do. Contain meritocracy. Unfortunately, we do not get... I probably should have clicked this then, actually, before the thing. Gain more support in Parliament, okay. I'm not going to click any of the buttons until we have seen whether I need to or not. If we can urbanize Tanjung Pinang, we can start building... you know what I should have done here? Is I should have started building some of these buildings. I guess maybe not. I guess I could build a mason. Because masons will reduce the price of everything else. At the very least, I should be doing this, actually. Somebody's building a library. Okay. I'm gonna wait until the next tick for the month. And it doesn't actually really matter that much. I'm just going to click this button. Am I? No. We're going to wait until the next month tick. Then we don't need to click the button at all. And since we don't need to click the button at all, I think we don't bother. This just saves us like 4 months. Five toward plutocracy. This gets us a permanent boost toward plutocracy, reduces the power of our nobles. That's just a win. Parliament agrees. This ticked on the same day? That's fucking alarming. But it's okay. It didn't matter. It didn't end up mattering. So, we can now build whatever we want here. And this library will finish eventually. We will then be able to educate the 3 people that live there. And what building do we want? Do we want a jeweler's guild? I think we built a jeweler's guild. The nice thing about a jeweler's guild is that we can use that in our markets, I think. So the demand for jewelry should never fully collapse the way that some things do. Okay, so we have a tiny bit of naval control here. We have this going up, which is nice. We have... costs 30 to build that. It is interesting. The price of everything is so much lower because I haven't had the money to invest into it. How's our estate power looking? The Kasatri are up to 33%. Because I have 2 people in cabinet that are from them. So I would need to get the Kshatriya below 25%. Just to stop getting penalties. They do. It does improve the efficacy of my levies at least, but. Okay, we have some more cash coming in. Our financial situation is starting to improve. Slowly. How's our literacy looking? Okay, we now have a significant boost to estate satisfaction. We could do this. Doing this might be valuable. I think... How are we doing on taxation? Are you maxed out? 15%. So... I think it's time to do the institution stuff. We need to get the boosts for institution growth. We take both of these. I think from there we do take this, and then we take cultural influence. And then army morale. And then finally, Mediterranean galley. So we're almost done pushing free subjects up. Do we have anybody to put in charge of you? Not in particular. Okay. So how are you doing? Okay, we can max this out, I think. I think this is the last size available. Right? Then we can build up this. So I think that what we should be building in our capital, because these RGOs are never really they're never built up by the estates. I wonder if the RGOs are something that I control directly in some way. I don't really know. But for whatever reason, RGOs are never expanded by the estates, as far as I can tell. So... But yeah, it's really unfortunate that at the moment I don't have a really strong angle to get a bunch of diplomacy done because there's so many people that are already vassalized at the game start. I do think that if I can figure out a way to get things going the right way, it would be nice. Traditional economy versus capital. I could go with conciliatory. Let's do with conciliatory first. So we can get our conciliatory up to 38%. Civil society isn't terrible. It would give me the ability to push things by another 20 toward conciliatory, which would give me even more Diplo rep and stuff like that. I haven't been improving my opinion of you, or your opinion of me, rather, like, at all, which is concerning. So, do you have any vassals? You have vassals. It's a minus 100. Institution growth. Let's build this RGO. Yeah, maybe that should be the first thing that I do right at the off the bat. Because the other thing is that this incense, nobody else is making it, and it's really cheap. Like, building this up just requires lumber. Lumber's cheap as hell. Maximum of 6 fishing villages. So we're done with fishing villages there. We have taken over, and we can marry here. Oh, we can marry someone who's equally incompetent to us. Delightful. We formed a marriage union with Tondo. Which one's Tondo? I feel like I knew this. Tondo's over here, right? Oh, Tondo's right here. Ooh, this is actually excellent. This would be a great place to have a thinger with. Do you have vassals already? Okay, we can dump off a little bit more of our aristocracy. And that's a permanent drop to the aristocracy at the moment. Which does mean that we have more crown power ourselves than I think about it. So they've dropped to 29. They're below 30 again. That's excellent for us. Okay. Next on our agenda. Do we want to get an alliance with Tondo? No, because our diplo capacity's filled already. We're apparently perfectly balanced with Tondo right now. We have 125,000 people. I'm curious in our marriage union who would end up on top. They're the number 80. So we are way behind Tondo. That's very funny. Yeah, we're really... Our great power score is way lower than before. I think that to a degree this is down to the decisions that I made at the beginning. I'm gonna build a mason. It technically makes us money. Oh, did I already finish this? I already finished this. I guess I should have just done that. Could we dive yet? We're not quite to the point where we're at duchy yet. We may very well have gotten to that point by now. So, yeah, I think what we might end up doing on future runs is we might end up just tanking our stability at the very start and then just not worrying about it. We don't increase our stability, we just tank through it. We have a war against the nobles that we win pretty casually. And we just pump the incense production in our capital, because this is probably this is now giving me 0.91 profit per level. I was going to say the price isn't tanking, and then the price immediately tanked. It seems to me that the economy is something that we're going to have to figure out, like, we're going to see over time how the economy ends up settling. Because it seems to me can I get people to move to Temasek? Because there were a lot of people going to Tanjung Pinang. Like, we got the population going up pretty well there. Can we do the same in Temasek? How are we doing on literacy? Oh, shit! This is new! Okay, I've never been able to increase migration to my capital like that in the past, so... Is it just because we have no people in the capital yet? Maybe. We have an heir now? Are you... You are the heir in the kingdom... Okay, so heir of Tondo and Singapore at the bottom. I'm like, wait, why only in Tondo? What is this? Lack of commander. We could put our ruler in charge here. Legislative efficiency is garbage. Love that for us. Let's see. Literacy rate is spiking up here. What is our maximum right now? Current maximum is this. So we are getting up there, and we need to get the maximum higher. Do I build a library? Local cultural influence. Let's go. Conciliatory's going up. Alright, so are you gonna... You're not gonna break free of this tributary status, alright. Your loyalty's up to 60%? Okay, it's not happening. Change by 10 toward plutocracy? Love that. So we've dropped 20 plutocracy. Sorry, dropped 20 aristocracy. The maximum should be 33. So this is a huge boost for us. How is our... The Kshatriya are down to 26%. Excellent. Okay, we're actually meaningfully progressing toward taking control of the estate situation. Let's go ahead and build a... Do we want to build a traditional galley? No, I think I hold off on that because I'm going to just upgrade these ships to the next tier once I can. I could invest in the future. I think I take this. And... none of these are worth a ton. Oh, we need to build a wharf. We build a wharf, we build a marketplace. I also need to max out the marketplace here. So that's probably what we do next. So the next build in our capital is a marketplace. Pour this one up. What is this? Okay, we need more books. That'll resolve itself eventually. Okay. But yeah, I think that's setting up... I honestly think that we're probably fine setting ourselves up for success by basically just building up like our naval architecture and stuff like that in the early game. If we can get if we can basically make this a fiefdom that is actually built up eventually, that would be useful. The other thing we could hypothetically do, but which I don't think is going to be reasonable, is, like, what is our control here? The maximum control here is 18%. This is very low. But creating a fiefdom out of it doesn't really make a ton of sense either. It might make sense to just hold on to it rather than make a fiefdom out of it. And basically just use it to propagate trade power or something like that. We can do increased ties to neighbors. And this gives us +2 Diplo rep while it's going. We don't have anybody that we would be We do send this to Tanjung Pinang because this gives us popular. So this further decentralizes us, but that's fine. I'm not going to worry about it for right now. So we go to increase size for neighbors. And we can't do this immediately. Plutocratic movement, lose legitimacy, push toward plutocracy. This is very, very useful for us. This would allow us to immediately ask for a law change. And I think that's what we do. We could also ask for additional taxes, which increases our max tax by a lot. But we don't need to worry about that for right now. So ask for law changes. We now want... We had something specific we wanted. We got the no censorship. Feudal administration. Oh, we could change this to civil society if we wanted. This gives us an additional plus 0.2 toward conciliatory. This gives us aristocracy. This would give us a 2-point swing, a 0.2 swing in the direction of plutocracy. We're doing this. So what this will give us is further ability to push things away from... We're actually going to swap this because we don't need this at this exact moment. We're going to move you toward plutocracy. Because I can probably zero out 25%. We're systematically disempowering the Kshatriya. This is excellent. We don't want to put ourselves too far into plutocracy, because if we put ourselves too far into plutocracy, we will end up empowering the burghers too much. That being said, the burghers are going to get a little out of control eventually, no matter what. So we'll just have to see. We'll need to improve our economic base eventually. For now, the wharf will help us a little bit. That'll give us an additional sailor-ish. And this is giving us cultural influence plus 10%. Very useful. Let's take a look at institutions. How are we doing on our progress here? Meritocracy is at 20% and increasing at a rate of 0.1. Minus 25 trade advantage is a big drop. What is our current trade advantage? That would be extremely destructive. It's going to piss off the Sudra, but we can't afford to lose that much trade power right now. Okay. So, do we have anything that we need to revoke? I could revoke this, which would decrease the Brahmin's power. Market attraction, maritime presence, monthly development. Yeah, pretty hard to remove any of their stuff. If I removed this, I'd lose that tax efficiency bonus. And I just don't know that it matters. Like, I feel like these are all fine to have. The nobility is going to slowly. Munjum just broke their thing with us. That's fine. So we're now moving 0.02 toward plutocracy. So we don't actually have the ability to move toward plutocracy. I can move toward humanist, I think. You know, the other thing I could do naval. You know, naval doesn't need to be pushed manually, because I keep getting events that allow me to just push naval. We might actually be getting close to done with the societal values things. We could try pushing humanist. But it's not going to move very far. So, you know, I think we increase province control in Riau. And we can only have a maximum of 4 markets? Wild. That's truly wild. I think I'm going to keep building the scriptoriums. And it's now 1 o'clock. So I think we're going to end things here for now. And we'll be back to this on Monday. We'll see. My assumption is that there isn't going to be a patch by Monday. So I think what we're going to do is we're basically going to play each patch for a day. Which means on Monday I might be doing something else. We'll maybe be doing some run and bun on Monday. I think that's probably what we're going to do. But thank you everyone for watching. It's been an absolute pleasure. And I hope to see you all again next time when We'll see what the next patch holds. Later, folks.